Wars fan were you?
So I was aware of it, definitely, when I was a kid, because you sort of need to be bonkers not to know about it. But episode 7 came along, and that was when I really fell in love with it and kind of rewatched all of the originals and really got back into it and thought, this would be something really cool to be a part of.
You're sort of, I think, becoming every geek's dream because you're in all these shows and movies that everyone loves. Is that a conscious decision of yours to pick these projects that have such a huge fan base?
No. So Game of Thrones just kind of happened. It was my first job, and no one in Game of Thrones knew it was going to be what it was going to be. So that was that, and I'm incredibly grateful and very happy for that. And then Star Wars came along, and you don't say no to it, do you? So it's kind of something that I've fallen into quite happily. But fallen into it, definitely. It's not a strategic choice.
And tell me about the auditioning process for this. How hard was that to get this role? Because I assume...
Yeah. No, there was a bunch of auditions. There was one in London, and then another one in LA, and then the screen test in Pinewood. And all of that was over a bunch of months, and then sort of waited another month or so to get the phone call. So it was definitely a waiting by the phone game for a couple of months.
And you kick ass in this quite a bit. And
Thank you very much.
You play in general these very strong female leads always. Can you tell me, who's the woman who influenced you in your life? Maybe other than your mom, I assume. But was there someone who's been your role model, who you looked up to?
They're kind of everywhere. I think it was more just having an intuitive understanding because of never feeling like I couldn't do anything I wanted to do. And so I think that I just had an understanding of women, and so you see it everywhere. You see strong, you see women who are in control of their own destiny and fighting for themselves and fighting for equality all the time, everywhere. So I think I'm kind of consistently aware of it. So it was less that there was one role model who kind of got me going and then that was it. It's more just that, just having a consistent awareness of it being everywhere and all around.
What did you learn from your mother?
I mean, everything. Not plucking my eyebrows. It was learning by seeing that she was the person who brought home the bacon, and so kind of just growing up with that as a truth allowed me to feel like the world was much more equal than it was.
Mm. And besides acting, you have so many other talents. You sing, you play instruments. When you were little, what were you dreaming of? Was it to become an actress, or was there anything else? And
no, it was to become an actor, definitely. Yeah, that was always the goal. That was always the dream.
Mm-hmm. Was there a specific moment where you realized that this is what you wanted to do?
Really young, really bizarrely young. I was. I said I was 3 apparently when I said I wanted to be an actor. Not that a 3-year-old knows much about it. And so then when I had my first play when I was about 5 or 6 at school, I just realised that it was something I could do and loved doing. So I just consistently did that, and with each moment throughout my life, it kind of just encouraged that, and it worked out for the best.
I've met so many actors who are actually incredibly shy in real life. You, however, seem really confident. Where do you get your confidence from?
I got no idea. Fake it till you make it. I think there's a certain amount of, when you're sort of thrown in at the deep end with your first job, you kind of, it's more that you got 2 choices. You can either let it overcome you, or you can overcome it. And I think I've just always managed to find the latter.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Wonderful.